Okay, that's our last video.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to say about anything. Unless they have a podcast or some kind of... Somebody asks me, but I have nothing. Sasha Popov, he put all everything I said onto this machine.
Right, that's right.
Okay, unplug me for the last time.
Unplug.
Oh, yes. Oh, a piece of glass. These fucking people come out here drunk and they throw glass everywhere so people barefooted can step on it and cut the shit out of themselves. Yeah, that's what happens with glass. Well, somebody lost a very valuable coin here from 325.
Penny.
Is this an old mark? The old Finnish money?
81.
No, this is the mark. This is before the euro.
There, cent per penny.
No, that sounds not even Finnish. Penny.
Yeah, I take it all. You just go. Okay, it's working.
Yeah, let me get some air here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We're recording now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to say a few things that pertain to the saga. But I want to make sure that everybody understands that this is Jim's what I got from it in my own words and not Eeyore's words. But this is just over many years of thinking about the saga. I've come up with a few things I wanted to say in the end. And one is called the universe in a nutshell. There are two main theories about how this universe came into existence. The first theory is the Big Bang theory. That one night nothing exploded, and bingo, there were a billion somethings. How can something come from nothing, and how can nothing explode? There's no logic to the Big Bang. The number two theory is the God theory. One night, an invisible man up in the freezing vacuum of outer space somewhere just decided to make it all in 6 days. Where did he come from, and where did he get the material to make a billion stars with? There's no logic with that one either. At best, the God theory is an abstract concept. However, the Bach Saga gave us a third option, called the eternal universe theory. The universe has always been, and the universe will always be. It had no beginning, and it will have no ending. The light has been forever, and the light will be forevermore. This is called eternity, or eternal, with no beginning and no ending. When one looks out into the stars, into the night sky, those beautiful stars, they go forever and ever and ever and ever with no end. And this is called infinite. The stars, the universe, there is no end to the universe. It's forever. One verse, one universe, not multiple. The universe in itself is the always. It is forever. It is the never ending. It is the eternal. And it is the infinite. It does not need a creator or a creation to exist. It's always been and it will always be. And because the light is forever, light can go on forever and ever and ever. And this is the eternal universe. No beginning and no end. It's forever. And I just wanted to put that in there like that. An explanation of the universe. Also, there's one sun, there's one moon, and there's one planet. And all those stars are made of metal, ice, and gas. They're not made of nuclear fusion or burning. They're made of three materials that reflect the light. And when the straw of the sun leaves from the sun and goes in every direction, constant, these light rays, these strawlers, they go forever. The farthest star you can see out in the universe, the sun will shine past that star. So when this light leaves the sun, this straw goes out 3 light years, 15 light years, 600 light years, 1,000 light years. This ray of light can come and hit one of these things we call stars made out of metal, ice, and gas. And there the light can't go through the star, so it reflects back to us here on the planet. So everything we see in the universe is a reflection of Udin, the sun. If the sun, Udin, didn't shine, the stars wouldn't shine, this earth would be completely dark and black, Mars wouldn't shine, Venus wouldn't shine, the moon, there would be no light in the universe. And the sun has always been, and the sun will always be. And the sun is not a star. And the stars are not suns. And there's absolutely no proof. They have no picture of another sun anywhere. They say they are, but they don't have it. The moon only reflects on one side. It's different than anything else. And this earth is different. In our story, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, these are stars. They're not planets. Even the Greek called them the wandering stars. They didn't call them the wandering planets. And we also, I think in almost every language, we have the word the morning star, representing Venus. So how can it be a star and be a planet? So in our story, in the astrology, the Asser's true logi. As means the Asser, true means to believe or faith, Ru means peace, and logi means logic. The Asser's logic and the belief of peace is what the word astrology actually means, if you want to take it. So, in this sense that the universe is created, the light of the universe is created by Udin, the sun, and the sun is always and it will always be. And this is an old poem about Udin in English that I learned in Finland from Eeyore. Udin is a ring. Udin is everything. Udin has always been, and Udin will always be. And Udin is the sun. The soul is forever. And that's the universe in a nutshell. I would also like to talk a little bit about life and consciousness, which is also about the sun. The source of life, consciousness, and intelligence is the sun. If the sun didn't shine, there would be nothing alive to be conscious or intelligent. Every cell in my body and every thought in my mind is made of sun. Every color and every design on 1,000 different butterflies' wings are made that way on purpose by the sun. The sun creates the life, it creates the intelligence, it creates the consciousness. So if it creates these things, it must be these things itself. The sun is alive. The sun is conscious. And the sun is very, very, very intelligent. In fact, the intelligent design that they speak about, the intelligent design of life is the sun. Without it, there is nothing alive, there's nothing conscious, there's nothing intelligent. So I just wanted to put it to the sun. And I also wanted to say that a person can live an honest and moral life, a giving, loving, caring, compassionate life, without believing in the God of Abraham. But they can live no life at all without the sun. So the sun is actually more important than an abstract concept of an invisible God who made it all in 6 days. And in fact, the sun creates today too. And so I just wanted to say this about the sun. The sun is alive. And also the moon is conscious too. But we'll take that another time. But this is the explanation of life, soul, intelligence. It all comes from our best friend, the sun, or Udin. We also have something in the saga called the immune system. And in the story, it says that in the paradise time, before the ice, there was no sickness on the planet. We had what we call the immune system. Nobody died for being sick in the paradise. Nobody. And we also had this offering system, where we had this All-Father. We call him Ukko in Van language, we call him Gube in Root language, and we call him Per in English. We're all sons and daughters of Per. We're Per sons. Persons, Per sons. And from this All-Father, from his balls, was coming the sperma to create billions of people on this planet. If you listen to the saga, it's explained. But this Papa, he gave out and he gave out. He had to receive something back, because if he didn't just gave out, then he would run dry. And we couldn't let this happen to the All-Father. So in the root language, it explained about how they should set up one offering system, where all the men on this planet would offer their seed back up to the All-Father in one offering system, a military system, which Michelle explained very well. If I go to Africa, you have one disease called Ebola. And this Ebola is a terrible disease. It can hit a village and destroy half the village. But in a house where there's 10 people and 5 people melt, their insides melt and they die with the Ebola, there's 5 people who didn't get it in the village. They're immune to Ebola. If you go to India, there's a guy there who can't get diphtheria. His whole village got it, he didn't get it, so he's immune to diphtheria. You can go to South America, and there's a guy who can't get typhoid, typhus, because his whole village got it, and he didn't get it. So if you go around with the billions of men that are on the planet, all be immune to all the diseases that we have are there in their balls. And when they take all this and offer it up and they mix it with tur, in the mixture, you create the immune system. It takes billions of men to create the immune system. It's through the offering system that we come up with this magic where we don't have disease on the planet. And this is a little bit about the immune system and how I see how it works. It's through the collection of all the men on the planet, and there you'll find the antidote to every disease in existence today. But we can't have it until we start some kind of offering system again and start to make this immune again. And that's a little bit about the immune system that really nobody spoke about, and it's really how I see it to be. I didn't hear this from Eeyore. I just want to make sure that people understand that. It's through the years of me thinking about how could this immune system work, which brings me to this conclusion that it's a combination of billions of men mixing their seed together and creating the cure for all. And that's my take on the immune system. And the last thing I really wanted to say was, I get many questions about why did this planet tilt over? In the saga, it says we had 3 Ragnaroks, 3 destructions of the Asa. And this first one was when 50,010,037 years ago, when the planet tilted and the Ice Age began. And why did this happen like this? What I remember to Eeyore, what we talked about, was this temple that's in Finland. It's made of gold, and everything in it's made of gold, and this massive place is plated with gold. There wasn't any more gold left to found on the surface. In the paradise, gold was laying all over the ground. They didn't have to mine it. They didn't have to blow the planet into pieces to get the gold. It was laying. And so they used this gold to make this temple in Finland, this Lemminkainen temple. But there came a time when there was hardly any more gold left. And also in this offering system, it says that all these billions of men were offering their seed up to the Allfather. And one day, they stopped to give. And as Eeyores called it, as he said it in the Bible, it's where they say when man turned his face away from the God. So the tilt of the axis was not from a collision from an asteroid or from, it was from man. Man stopped to offer. And the planet tilted over, and now we've been in this ice age for all this time. And this is the reason why we lost the paradise. Is man stopped to kill. He stopped to offer to the Allfather. And we'll see how that goes in the future. But anyway, I just thought that these points I really wanted to get off my head. They're not talked about very much. And my friend Alex has made it possible for me to do one last blah-bla. The eternal universe, what the sun really means, not only for life on Earth, but what the sun actually means for all the stars and the moon. Without the sun, Udin, there's no life on the Earth, and there's no stars, there's no moon, there's nothing shining. And it's really good that the sun is forever, because if it's not, if the sun is not forever, and if the universe is not forever, then we no longer need the words forever, always, never ending, eternal, or infinite. Because if there's an ending, none of these words have any meaning to it. We could just throw these words out from the dictionary. We don't need these words anymore. If the universe has an ending to it, then it's not eternal. It's not infinite. It's not forever. It's not always. It's not never ending. These words only work in the eternal universe theory. And it's still a theory. There's no absolute proof that the universe has been here. But I find it to be much more logical than nothing exploded and bingo, there it all is. And some invisible guy just decided, hey, let's make it all in 6 days. You know, I mean, how long did he make the darkness that he was sitting in before he made the light? And if he made that darkness that he was sitting in before the light, what was before the darkness? And where did he come from? You can go with that. I offer $1,000 to anybody's charity on this earth. $1,000, and I have it right here, and I'm serious. I will give $1,000 to any charity you want. Not for you, but for your charity. If you can really prove to me that the God of Abraham really exists, except in your fantasy and your imagination. I'll send it out tomorrow. Bla-bla. For your.
Boom, boom. So 13 June 2020.
There you go, buddy. That's what I need to say, and you got it. And that's, I
Yeah,
tell you, we were joking when we were sitting there in Shapura Village having a fucking glossy.
right.
And when I asked you, what do you do? And you said, oh, I make films. And I said, really? Yeah, I make films. And then I said, well, did you bring your camera with you? He says, I never go anywhere without my camera. Of course I have it with me. And I
Yeah.
said, Alex, I've been waiting for you for a long time. And I love you, Bear. I do. You make my life really good.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
Did you get that picture I sent you of me dressed in the
Yeah.
brown suit?
Yeah.
And when I go, that'll be the picture on Facebook. That's the one I want everybody to remember me.
Yeah.
Well, I feel much better now.
Try again, maybe. I don't remember something about penguin.
If you got a penguin, he's driving in his car,
Okay.
his aircon goes out.
Who is going out?
The air conditioning.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the aircon goes out in his car. And the penguin, he needs coal.
Yeah.
So he pulls into the mechanic to the garage,
Hmm.
opens the window, and he tells the mechanic, he says, my aircon, it went away, it went out. I'm penguin, I'm sweaty, you need to fix it. And the mechanic, he looked at the penguin, he said, what did you do? Did you blow a seal? And the penguin said, no, I just had an ice cream cone. blow somebody.
Chili Willy. Chili Willy. I like this movie. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
All right. You know the sound that the donkey makes?
No.
Eeyore, Eeyore,
Oh,
Eeyore.
Eeyore, yeah.
Eeyore. Eeyore.
Eeyore. Yeah, Eeyore. Funny. In Russia we say Iya, Iya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I got a pet cat now.
Mm-hmm.
And all day long there's a little mouse. His food is right here in front of me. There's two bowls with two different kinds of little dry.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little mouse that lives over there. And all day long this little mouse goes back and forth. And he takes one piece of the cat food and he goes back and he eats it and he comes and gets another one back and forth all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mouse freaked out and he jumped into the bowl of water for the kitty.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there like, whoa, water, water. And then he got out and he ran away. So I had this little show all day long of this little mouse.
So like Tom and Jerry.
Like Tom and Jerry, yeah, except it's just Tom. Jerry's fuck, I don't know where he is.
Yeah, I see. It's enough, no?
Everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm too sick to smoke it so hard. I make it into this oil now. Like that oil I bought the Finland last year. I just take a little bit.
Bang lassi. You can make a bang yogurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They were nice and Twistar, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that little restaurant we went to up on the
Yeah, it was
on the
really
top,
nice. Yeah.
down the way. It's such a beautiful place, you know.
Right, right. We get a double in that time.
Uh-huh.
Double. It was one time we get a double.
A double.
Double bang lassi, yeah. And sit about like maybe like 2 hours, just like boom. Total zero. Yeah.
Can I have a coffee, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Just-
man, I tell you, I miss my Indian food. God dang, I could live on Indian food.
Mhm.
For me, it's the best. I really miss cheese. You know, I love cheese. Like you eat cheese, but I'm afraid it makes mucus, so I don't eat cheese hardly ever.
Mhm.
That brown bread and the sharp cheese. Oh man.
Mhm.
In Finnish, they call it mustaline.
Mhm.
The musta means black line.
Yeah.
Mustaline.
Like Mustafa, you know, Mustafa. Nice.
Mustafa, yeah.
Right.
Well, we call Michelle Mustarastas.
Mhm.
Musta means black and Rastas means bird.
Bird. Ah, okay.
We call him Blackbird.
Blackbird.
That's the name he called himself, Mustarastas, and we call him Chicken Legs.
Chicken legs.
You remember that one about the farmer?
What again?
There was a farmer,
Who?
and he had chickens,
Ah, yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
okay, and he had this old rooster,
Mhm.
and he decided he needed to get a new rooster, a young one.
Mhm.
He gets the young rooster and he puts it out there where the chickens are,
Mhm.
all the hens. And this old rooster goes up to the young rooster. And he says, hey, I've been here for 5 years. This is all my girls here. All these hens have been mine. And the young rooster said, yeah, but now I'm the new rooster. I'm the new rooster. You have to go. And the old rooster said, no. Why don't you take half and I take half?
Mhm.
And the young rooster said, no. He says, I get them all. You're out of here. Look at you. You got Look at your little skinny legs. You're old and worn out. And this old rooster looked at this young rooster and said, look, I tell you what, we'll have a contest. We run around the chicken house 3 times, and the one who wins takes all the hens. And this young rooster looked at this old scrawny old hen. He said, yeah, okay, we do like this. We make a race 3 times. Winner takes all. So 1, 2, 3, all the chickens are all the hens are they're all like excited. And now these 2 roosters are getting ready. 1, 2, 3, go! This young rooster just
Baby.
way out. He's way out in front. This old rooster just running really slow. And this young rooster, he's all the way around. He's just about ready to catch the old rooster and go around him again. And the old rooster looks behind him and he sees that young rooster just behind him. And the old rooster just starts running as hard as he can. And the hens are screaming and there's just all this commotion. And this young rooster's just behind this old rooster. And the old rooster's just going. And the young rooster's just about. And the farmer comes out with a shotgun. And he shoots the young rooster. Dead. And he goes back in the house and tells his wife, he says, damn, honey, that's the 3rd queer rooster we've had this week. He's out there chasing the other rooster.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
All right, we talk in 2 days.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for so much.
No problem. That's my mission. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Bye.
I'm going to hang up. You need to go to sleep now.
Okay.
I'll hang
See you
on
next
before
day.
that.
Yeah.
We'll talk again.
Okay.